All right, what is going on, everybody? Hello, hello. Hello, and welcome, guys. For those who were just listening to the pre-stream, you heard the Proto Man / Mega Man remix song that was made by a fan 8 years ago. And in that actual remix, you hear me on my birthday of 2010 saying, today is my birthday, as I'm starting to boot up Mega Man 10. And today, incidentally, folks, 8 years later, is my birthday. Pretty crazy, man. Pretty damn crazy. You know, 8 years ago, in 2010, back when I was still doing this just as a hobby, I had never made a penny doing it. And there I was on my birthday, the night of my birthday, playing Mega Man 10, recording for YouTube. And now here I am 8 years later, live on stream, about to do a full day of streaming fun gameplay for you guys on my birthday. Pretty interesting. 8 years later, right? Now, in reality, I've been doing this for almost 10 years. I started doing full-time, well, not full-time, but I started doing gaming coverage for YouTube in the fall of 2008. So, coming this fall will actually be my actual 10-year anniversary, 1 decade of my life doing gameplay content for the internet. Pretty wild, right? So there you have it, guys. Pretty cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, to answer everyone's questions, I'm 36 years old today. 36. Started this when I was 26. So, a pretty big span of my life here that I've been doing gaming content for the internet, right? So, wow. Today's going to be a fun day. For those who have not been paying attention or aren't aware, I don't know how you couldn't have been because I've been talking about it and hyping it all week. Today's my birthday, and so I'm doing 2 special streams. All right. Now, you might be saying, wait a minute. Why is Phil doing streaming on his birthday? Shouldn't he have the day off? Shouldn't he be celebrating with his girlfriend? I don't understand what's going on here. This is kind of weird. Well, first of all, if you haven't noticed, 8 years ago, I was also playing video games on my birthday. It's just something that I traditionally kind of do. I end up, doing gameplay on my birthday regardless. There have been some times when I've only done 1 stream, and then I went out afterward. Today, in this case, is not the case. I'm actually streaming all day. So why is that the case? It's very simple. It's because my girlfriend works today. If she had had today off, I would have had off, and I would have done this event probably like yesterday. But it just so happened she got stuck at work today and couldn't get the day off. So she's at work right now. So that means, hey, if I'm at home, I might as well stream. Might as well have fun, right? So, what are we doing today? What's the agenda? How's everything going to work? Because it's going to be a little bit different than usual for sure. All right, you may already notice here at the top of the stream, okay, we've got stream stats. These are stats that are going to be tracking progress of your contributions all day long, including total number of subscriptions to the channel, the current top cheer for that stream, the current top tip for that stream, and a running cumulative total for tips for the day. All right. Well, first of all, you might say, well, wait a minute. Well, where did that tips goal come from? I'll be honest with you guys. I just made it up, and it's very simple. Why? Tomorrow, I'm going to my tax attorney to pick up my taxes to find out what I actually owe federal tax-wise. Coming up on, it's due April 17th, last year's taxes. And then my first estimated tax payment for this year is supposed to be due by the end of the month. So I don't even know what it is. I won't know till tomorrow. Obviously, though, my birthday only comes once a year. It's not like I could say, oh, I'm going to do another birthday stream next week. So I just set it up. I had to. If I had known exactly how much I owed versus how much I have and how much I needed to raise to be in the clear for this month, I would have that as a goal. But the bottom line is I don't know. So I'm just ballparking it for what I think would be a good amount that if I could raise, it would definitely help with my tax situation this month. All right. And that's what's on the screen. So that's what I'm trying to raise today. All right. So what that means is today, all of your cheers, subs, and tips will be tallied and, kind of added to these stats at the top of the screen. In fact, I'm just about to update right now. It actually looks like Sidella currently has the top cheer with 251 bits. So I'm going to go ahead and update that right now. On the pre-stream. So thank you to Sidella And also thank you, obviously, to Soli Elos, who had tipped $20 on the pre-stream, who is the top tipper right now. Don't worry, there's going to be lots of shout-outs on this pre-stream. All right, there's going to be lots of shout-outs. Because as you guys know, if you cheer, sub, or tip during the course of any of my streams, I give you a shout-out. And today in particular, the whole reason I'm doing the games that I'm playing is for interactivity. Okay? So, first stream today, Ultra Street Fighter 2 on the Switch. A game which I'm very good at, a game which I have way more wins than losses. I'm probably, I would say, probably only one in a small handful of people who's actually still good at this game and still actively playing it. Even though I didn't play it since September and I just started playing it about a week and a half ago again. The major reason that I'm playing this right now is as a warm-up for the upcoming Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. If you're not aware, there is a big Street Fighter collection coming out at the end of May. And it includes Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which is the game that this game is based off of, as well as Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and Street Fighter Alpha 3. So having all those games in it, I decided to, start playing Ultra Street Fighter 2 again recently, so that I could basically get into the groove of things, alright, so that I wouldn't be so rusty that I'm starting from square one when I start playing those games at the end of May. And it's worked out well. I've done 2 quick sessions in the past week and a half, and people really seem to like them. So this is a game that I will be playing. I'm going to try to play it maybe once a week to see if it keeps people occupied and excited, and variety, obviously. Not me just playing the same game every day, but instead having variety to my streams. All right. So, it should be pretty good. It should be a fun day of interactivity. Keep in mind, both Ultra Street Fighter 2 right now. Well, I didn't mention what my second stream is. Later tonight, around 6:15 p.m. Pacific time, I'll be doing a PlayerUnknown's Battleground stream. Haven't played that game in quite a while, okay? Now, the reason I'm playing these 2 multiplayer games today is because it allows me to do interactive streaming. Unlike when I'm doing games like Far Cry 5, where I'm more very, very hyper-focused on the gameplay. Especially with Street Fighter, I have a lot of downtime between matches to talk with you guys. And then with PUBG, obviously, there's the gathering, looking for vehicles. There's like 20 minutes in every match of PUBG where there's just nothing going on and I can react and interact with you guys. Okay? So that's why I'm doing it like this today. I think it's going to be a very fun day of stuff. I hope you guys will enjoy it. Okay? I'm looking forward to just kind of laying back and having a casual day. All week this week, I've been doing Far Cry 5 and Ni no Kuni 2, both of which are ongoing, very long-running playthroughs because the games are super long. So instead of me worrying about super serious playthroughs today, I can just, relax and just enjoy some games with you guys. Okay? So, that's cool. And I'm happy about that, and I hope that you guys will enjoy the streams. Excuse me. A few quick things, guys. Let's talk first of all about sub goals. This month, the sub goal is 450 subs. And right now we're fluctuating between, say, 400 to 430. I think at one point we were up to 440, but I don't know if we actually were, because I think that day Twitch had glitched and wasn't actually actively taking away subs for that had expired to the tally. 450 subs is very reasonable. Okay? We've been there before. And I think this channel, as long as there's active stuff going on it, can get 450 subs pretty consistently. All right? What I'm hoping is today, since it is my birthday event, people will be motivated to sub who maybe have not subbed before. And also maybe some people whose subs have expired will come in today to check stuff out and resub. That would be nice. Maybe we could hit 450 subs today. All right? If we do, it means that the Patron's Choice playthrough is returning. If you're not aware what this is, it's when I allow my patrons, meaning people who pledge to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, to nominate and then vote on a game that I will make an ongoing and continuously running playthrough until the game is done. All right? Usually what it ends up being is a downtime playthrough that I balance with other big new releases that are coming out. Previous times that I've done Patron's Choice playthroughs, we've had some pretty amazing events, including things like Super Mario Sunshine, Spyro the Dragon 1, various Sonic the Hedgehog games, Persona, and Yakuza. So that's just to name a few, all right? Pretty awesome playthroughs, some of which have spawned me playing multiple games and the like. So definitely, if we do the Patriots' Choice playthrough again, it's going to be pretty awesome, all right? So please consider subbing today if you can, and becoming a patron of mine if you want to be a part of the nomination and voting process. You can become a patron by going to patreon.com/darksidefil and pledging $5 or more to get in on that event. You don't have to pledge $5, but $5 is the threshold to get into the level to be nominating and voting on those games, all right? There's also other patron perks you can get, like getting your questions answered on my Q&A series or getting a private video made. There's other stuff. Give it a look. Head over there, and you'll see all the details on my Patreon. So, give it a look and when you get a chance. And special thanks to anyone who does pledge to my Patreon. Very much appreciated your contributions. You guys help me out tremendously. Okay? All right. There's also my Teespring Shop, guys, if you're not aware. If you check it out at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming, you can see all kinds of fun merch. T-shirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, all kinds of stuff. All with logos designed by viewers and fans. It's great quality stuff. I can attest personally because I own a bunch of it. All right? So give it a look. All right? Anything you buy there, I get a pretty sizable commission from. So it helps me out, and you get a cool piece of swag. Pretty nice, right? Let's see. Outside of all that, I'm trying to think if there's anything that I really need to mention as like a, anything that's been updated. Not really. I guess what I'll do, I'll give you guys a schedule update so you know exactly what's going on in regards to, upcoming streams. Tomorrow I'm off. So today it's Ultra Street Fighter 2 and PUBG. Very interactive streams, for my birthday. Tomorrow I got off. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm celebrating the day, my birthday with my girlfriend. So have a day off. I'm going to be I'm doing a lot of stuff tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to my tax attorney to get my taxes done. Going around doing I think we're going to have a nice birthday dinner, and we were talking about 2 different places we're thinking about going. One of which, it's very different food. One of which is Japanese ramen, and the other is Mediterranean food. Middle Eastern, Mediterranean, Greek food. Talk about 2 completely different opposites of the spectrum. But, we're debating, and we're going to probably get the car wash. We're going to do a bunch of stuff together. Kat wants to get me something for my birthday. She says we should go to a clothing store. She wants to maybe get me some nice clothes or something. And I'm like, all right, well, maybe. We'll see. I have so many clothes. The thing is that a lot of them are very old. But I'm the kind of person, I have problems letting go of stuff that's not, dilapidated. So, no lie, I've got shirts in my closet that I haven't worn for, 5-6 years. And they're just sitting there, but they're fine. They're not dirty. They're not worn out. They're just in the closet. And she's like, you don't wear these. Get rid of them and we'll get you new clothes that we like. I'm like, no, these are still fine. She's like, no, I want to get, let's go out on your birthday. I'll buy you some clothes that look nice. No, it's okay. These are all right. That's how I am. I'm that kind of guy where, I don't like spending money or going out and spending tons of money on clothing when I know I have clothing at home. That's fine. To give you an example, all right, I had the same pair of sneakers for almost 10 years. I bought these sneakers right at the beginning of when I started uploading videos to YouTube, and I wore this pair of sneakers out almost every single time I went out for 10 freaking years. And finally, recently, I was forced to buy a pair of new ones because it had a hole in it. It had a hole in the side. I guess I got to get new sneakers now. That's just how I am. And no, I didn't have odor eaters. They fucking stank. Those shoes stank, man. They were some stanky ass shoes. So I needed new ones. But anyway. Anyway, guys. Yeah, so we're gonna have a fun day out tomorrow. No streaming tomorrow. However, tomorrow I will be uploading videos anyway to my YouTube channel, DSPGaming. Keep in mind, guys, I stream live almost every day, but I upload videos to my DSPGaming channel every single day on YouTube. So even though I won't be streaming tomorrow, I'll probably be uploading a lot of the Ultra Street Fighter 2 matches from today. I'll be uploading those tomorrow to DSPGaming. All right. Then on Sunday, I'm either going to be live streaming the conclusion of Far Cry 5 or, okay, I'm going to be streaming a session of Call of Duty World War II. I'm on the fence about it because I'm really, really craving Call of Duty. I haven't played it now in like over 2 weeks. I think it's been like 2.5 weeks. And I love competitive first-person shooters when they're good. Not to say that World War II is. I actually don't think it's a very good game overall. But it's been fun to play, and I've been doing really well every time I play it. And now I haven't played it in a while. So now I'm like craving it. Like, man, I really want to play a first-person shooter, you know, a multiplayer one. So that being said, I think I'm going to do that on Sunday. If not, it'll be the conclusion of Far Cry 5. But, okay, whatever I don't play on Sunday, I'll be doing on Monday. So if I do play Call of Duty on Sunday, that means that Far Cry 5 will conclude on Monday. And when I do finish Far Cry 5, I will be live reviewing it on stream. What I'm going to do is finish the story, play a little bit of Far Cry Arcade, which is the kind of odds and ends mode with created levels in the game. And then I'm going to review it live, okay? And then Monday night, I'm going to be playing more Ni no Kuni 2. And then starting Tuesday, we got a new game called Extinction. It's a game that's a unique premise. It's kind of like, imagine the world of Warcraft. Only the difference is, it's World of Warcraft combined with Attack on Titan. There's giant, 100-foot orcs coming in and destroying your city. And then you're humans with super jumping abilities and superpowers trying to fight off these orcs, okay? Seems like an interesting premise. I obtained a review copy of the game. So I'll be checking that out starting Tuesday. If it's a good game, great. We'll play it all week. If the game stinks, then I'll tell you it stinks, and then I'll play something different. It's no skin off my back if the game's bad because it's a review copy. So we'll know together, collectively, if it's any good. All right. Could be an interesting thing to do. So that's the rough schedule for next week. Hold on one second, guys, because I got to see if I have to update the sub count. I do, and I also have to update the top tier. Don't worry, guys. I am going to start doing shout-outs soon. I got to get through my pre-stream stuff first. So, Sedella knocked it down as the top cheerer. We have a new top cheerer. Urine Greyjoy's finger? Wow. What a name. What a name. Okay. Thank you, Urine Greyjoy's finger, for that 300-bit cheer. Don't worry, I'll give you your shout-out soon. Okay? All right, so. Let's see here. Anything else to talk about? I gave you a schedule update. I talked about what you can expect today with Ultra Street Fighter 2 and PUBG. I don't think there's much else to talk about. So, here's what I'll say, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing my birthday with me. It's going to be a fun day. Oh, yeah. One thing I should say. On second stream, guys, when my second stream begins later tonight, I'm planning on having a piece of my birthday cake that Kat made for me on stream. I'm going to show you guys this crazy cake. It's chocolate peanut butter cup poke drizzle cake. It's chocolate cake with peanut butter, custom-made peanut butter frosting she made by hand, all right, with chocolate sauce in the cake and poured on top of the cake with peanut butter cup pieces on top. It's crazy looking. I'm going to take a picture, and I'm going to eat a piece of this on stream. I'm going to try to convince her to join me later tonight and have a piece of cake on stream with me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I tried last night, and she was like, being so shy about it. She's like, no, it's your stream. It's for you. It's your birthday. It's not about me. It's about you. You're the person your fans want to see, not me. She's very shy like that. Like I said, people don't seem to realize that, why isn't she on stream all the time with you? Well, this is why. Like, she's very much reserved, and she's like, it's not about me. People don't want to see me. I'm like, yes, they do. They would love to see you on stream for my birthday. It would be a special thing. Oh, no, I don't want, She's basically very shy like that. So, that being said, we'll see if I can coax her into being on stream later tonight. We'll see. If not, at the very least, I'll be having a piece of my own birthday cake on stream later tonight, so you can at least see this amazing cake that she made for me. Okay, so that's going to be at the beginning of my second stream later tonight. Like I said, the stream will go live around 6:15 p.m. Pacific time, but, more than likely that'll be between 6 and 7. We'll probably start with gameplay around 7, so you figure I'll have the cake on pre-stream or whatever. Okay? All right. Okay, so guys, just a reminder. All right, if you either cheer, sub, or tip during the course of today's live streams, either one, I'll give you a shout out, a verbal shout out. It's a way for me to give back, for your contributing. And basically, the shout-outs that I do, you know, have a few criteria. So let me cover those criteria quickly. Number one, please, if you're going to, you know, ask for a shout-out message, please be concise. Do not put out a giant paragraph that you expect me to just drop everything and read for 20 minutes on stream. That's not the point of this. I have a Q&A show coming up on the 26th of this month called Ask the King. That's the time to ask those questions. So if you have a giant question to ask me, go to thekingofhate.com, which is my website. Go to the forums. There's a section there for Ask the King. Post up your question there, and I'll review that and possibly answer it on my upcoming Q&A show later this month, all right? But if you have a happy birthday wish to share, if you have a nice message to say, or a quick question, or a comment regarding what's going on stream, that's what you should be doing here on stream, okay, with these kind of messages, all right? Also, no negativity, no nonsense in that regard. Sometimes people try to cheer and incite stuff. Oh, what do you think about this YouTuber? I'm not answering that kind of crap. I'm not. Especially on my birthday. That's the furthest thing I want to be talking about on my birthday is drama and stuff like that. I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole. So, you know, be careful what you cheer, sub, or tip for. Because, you know, I'm not going to be addressing negative stuff. All right. Now, if folks, you either cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and click the share button, or if you tip me $5 or more, you'll get an on-screen thank you notification as well. These were all designed by longtime viewer, fan, and chat moderator Popsicolo. So shout out to him once again for creating these for us. So in that case, you'll get both visual and verbal recognition for your contributions today. All right. Not only are you getting visual recognition if you're the top cheerer or top tipper by looking at the top of the screen, you're also going to get recognition via you know, these animations. So it's pretty cool. All right. Last but certainly not least, guys, before we go to shoutouts, if at all you have the choice of how you would like to maybe do something today, like, gee, Phil has Patreon, Phil has Teespring, cheers, subs, and tips on stream. What helps him the most? It's his birthday. I want to help him out. What helps him out the most? Tipping, 1,000,000%. Today, the best way you could help me is by giving me a tip. The reason being, I'm picking up my taxes tomorrow. I'm going to find out what I owe, and I have to pay it this month. All right? I guarantee you I don't have enough money. I guarantee you I have some money. I have like thousands of dollars saved up, but I know not only do I have remaining taxes from 2017, then I've got another payment for 2018. I know I'm not going to have enough. So anything you guys can contribute via tips, I get right away, and it's going to 100% go towards my taxes. All right? So that being said, how can you tip? There's two different ways. Number one, if you look below the stream right here on Twitch, you see a grid of information, including links to my YouTube pages, links to the rules. By the way, you should read the stream rules. Very important that you understand them, okay? But there's also a section that says tips. It's a picture of me posing with Pokemon. If you click on that, it'll take you to my tips page. You can either leave a completely anonymous tip, or you can leave your name and a message, all right? Totally up to you, all right? You want to shout out? Definitely leave a name and a message. Or maybe you're on a mobile device, you can't see any of that information I just described. Instead, if you just type !tip into the stream chat, that's a chat command. It'll bring up the link in the stream chat that you could just click on and leave a tip via that means, all right? Anything you guys contribute via tips today is greatly appreciated. Obviously, we've got a goal that I set. You can see it at the top of the stream here. The closer, the better. Because like I said, if I can get out of this tax situation this month, chances are I'm good to go for the rest of the year. The problem is if I can't pay all my taxes this month, now I've got rolling taxes that I owe, and now there's going to be fees and interest accruing all year. And if by the end of the year I can't pay all my taxes, I'm pretty much screwed. I'm in a position where I don't have any way to pay them besides to sell my house, which I don't want to do. I've worked 10 damn years as a content creator on the internet to get where I am, you know, sacrificed a ton. And the fact that now I may lose my house, not because of YouTube ad revenue plummeting, not because of me not doing a good job on Twitch, but instead because some tax attorney in Connecticut screwed me over by doing my taxes wrong for 3.5 years. That's pretty disheartening. I don't want that to happen, all right? I want to say thank you guys already for your overwhelming support that you've given me since I became a full-time streamer. It's been pretty amazing, you know? And I just want to get out of the situation. If I can get past this tax situation this year, I think I'm in the clear, you know? I don't want to be talking about this every single day, but I've had to for the past couple months because it's such a serious issue. So let's see what we can do to get past it, okay, guys? All right. It's now time. Let's do some shout-outs, guys. it's time for shout outs. So let me scroll all the way down here. All the way down. So first of all, before I even started streaming, a few people contributed, and yes, I am counting those towards today's goals because it would be unfair for people who did contribute already to not count towards today's goals. That would be ridiculous. So first of all, we had BattleDuck9000 that tipped me $10. It says, happy birthday. Wish you all the best. I hope you have a good one for this year, despite any looming issues. I'm actually celebrating my birthday as well today. Wow. Hashtag DSPositive 2018. Well, shout out to BattleDuck9000. Thank you for the tip, and thank you very much, for the nice message. Happy birthday to you as well. Wow. What were the chances we have the same birthday? Unless maybe you're celebrating your birthday, but it's not actually today. But happy birthday. That is awesome. And then shout out to Niku. Niku tipped me $2 and says, happy birthday. Very nice. Thank you, Niku, for the $2 tip. I appreciate that. All right. Shout out to Soli Elos. What a name. Who tipped me $20. Thank you very much for the tip. $20 tip. You are the top tipper for the day, by the way, Soli Elos. So thank you very much for that. And he says, happy birthday, Phil. Go treat yourself to something nice. Well, I wish I honestly, Soli Elos, I really wish I could, but your contribution is going straight towards taxes. 100%. It's going towards taxes. All right. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Level Up Gamer did 100-bit cheers. It's happy birthday, Phil. Looking forward to the streams today. Thank you very much, Level Up Gamer. The Alpha 1550 did 150-bit cheers at happy birthday, Philip. Thank you. Shady Sands 89 resubbed for the 13th month in a row and says, happy birthday, Phil. I hope you're still doing this for many years to come. Thank you, Shady Sands. I hope so, too. I love doing this. I love playing video games, sharing those experiences with you guys live, and interacting with you every single day. So, here's hoping I can continue to do it. All right. Shout out to Sidella, who cheered 251 bits and says, happy birthday. Thank you, Sidella. Shout out to Pack of Wild Chimps for a cheer. And he says, today you're the coolest monkey in the jungle. Happy birthday, Phil. I don't think you realize that I know what you're referencing. I know that you're referencing a quote that was put onto a piece of H&M clothing that was thought to be racist. I saw the social media article about it. But, hey, if you think that's hilarious, good for you. Thank you for the cheer. Obska did a 100-bit cheer. It says, happy birthday, dude. Everyone deserves some birthday cheers. It's your special day. Thank you, Obska. Shout out to Couldn't Block Dude, who did a 195-bit cheer and says, happy birthday, Phil. Have an awesome weekend, dude. Thank you, Couldn't Block Dude. Crystal Laser did a 100-bit cheer and says, happy birthday, Phil. Would you consider a Final Fantasy X Redemption run with the Royal Edition to see the updated editions? No. I think people are misunderstanding the purpose of redemption runs, all right? The reason I do redemption runs is if there's a game that I feel like my original playthrough was not a legitimate one. So, for example, when I first played Dark Souls 1, I never beat it legit. What I did is I kind of walked through the game having my handheld on stream by people who were joining me and beating everything for me. That's not legit, all right? That's why I went back last year and I beat it on my own, okay? That's a redemption run. Later this year, I'll be doing Bloodborne, where in my original playthrough, I grinded off camera like crazy to artificially inflate my levels, all right? That needs a redemption run. I never beat the DLC for it, so that needs a redemption run, see? Final Fantasy X, there's no need for a redemption run. I did a full playthrough of the game. I did tons of side content in the game, including a lot of the optional bosses and the like. There's no reason for me to ever go back to that game. So the answer there, Crystal Laser, is no. But thank you for the cheer. Oh, wait. Now, wait a minute. He just went back and cheered again. He said, oh, I meant Final Fantasy 15, not Final Fantasy X. Well, I hate to say this, Crystal Laser, but again, that's a game that at launch, I pretty much played the living hell out of. If you remember, I did do all the optional big bosses and content in Final Fantasy 15. I did all of them. There wasn't a single piece of big content I did not do in Final Fantasy 15 at all. So I would say no, unless, I didn't do the DLCs because I didn't really care about them. And by the time that they came out, the game was already old anyway. So I'm going to pass. Even though Final Fantasy 15 was a good game that I enjoyed, it was a game that I played the living hell out of at the time. Much like Skyrim, you play these games for so long. I played it for upwards of a month. You get burnt out, and it's like, man, I really don't feel like ever going back to that. I really beat the crap out of that game. Um, so there you go. The answer is no, but thank you for the cheers. Juvster148. Juvster148. Just sub to the channel. Thank you for the subscription, Juvster148. I appreciate that. Level Up Gamer Cheers says, I just took a peek outside here in the Northeast. Yep, you guessed it. Whiteout conditions. Wow, you guys are having snow. Here in the Northwest, we are having, I'd say, pretty moderate, moderate amount of weather. Like, it's sunny today. For the first time in days, it's been raining, cloudy for days and days. Right now, it's sunny outside. But I think we're in, like, the 50s, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. It sucks. It really sucks to hear that the East Coast is still getting pelted by snow. But by the way, when I was born, April 6, 1982, there was a snowstorm in Connecticut on my birthday. My dad had to drive through a blizzard to get to the hospital to see me get delivered. So I totally understand that sometimes on the East Coast there could still be snow this late in the season, as crazy as it sounds, right? So there you go. Gombo Bo cheered and says, what does Kat do as a profession? Nice try. But as I said many times, we are not releasing personal information about Kat. So I'm not telling you what she does for a living. There you go. Shout out to Urine Greyjoy's Finger, who did a 300-bit cheer and is the cheerleader for today. Thank you, Euron Greyjoy's Finger, for the cheer. And he asks, how are the controls on the Switch for Street Fighter? Well, here's the thing. All right. The controls, they actually depend on 3 completely different factors. Number 1, the controller in your hands. So what method of controller you're actually using to play the game. That's number 1. Number 2, the game itself. All right. How much input lag the game has. And the actual coding of the game translating your inputs into, like, for example, I'll give you an example. The original Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo was a very control-demanding game. If you wanted to do a spinning pile driver with Zangief, if you wanted to do a Dragon Punch, if you wanted to do the Tiger Knee, or the Chicken Wing Kick is what they call it for Fei Long. I know that's not the official name, but that's what the name that Americans kind of call it. The controls are very precise and actually pretty difficult to pull off. It's a very execution-heavy game. But when Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix was released about 10 years ago, they loosened the controls so that now it's not as strict. You can actually mash and get moves out. This version of the game, Ultra Street Fighter 2, it's kind of middle of the road. It's not as lax as HD Remix was, but it's certainly nowhere near as control demanding as the original Super Turbo was. So it's somewhere in the middle. They definitely dumbed it down for the masses. All right. And then the third factor is the netcode, because ultimately how a game controls online can be very different from how the game controls offline. So I'll give you an example. First of all, I tried playing this game with the Joy-Cons. It actually wasn't horrible. It was playable. It just wasn't enjoyable in the fact that you're using tiny buttons. You know, you're trying to do combos and complex controls with these tiny buttons. By the way, the Joy-Cons don't actually have a D-pad. It's four other buttons. And that is not very good for a D-pad. So I went out and I bought the Pokken Tournament controller for the Wii U from Hori. It was like $25 on Amazon. And that works with the Switch, and it works beautifully. Okay, it does. It works beautifully. It's really good controls. However, when you go online, it still has issues. Like, for example, if I'm playing this game offline in training mode, and I pick DJ, I could throw his max out projectile 100% of the time. I could do his up kick combos. I could do his crossover combos. I could do all of that fine. I go online, immediately I'm having issues. Instead of getting my projectile, I get his down up punch instead. And it's like, why? And the answer is because the netcode is so bad in this game that a lot of the times the game can't interpret what you're even inputting in your controller because it's so delayed and or it drops inputs or it just has issues. So you'll be doing a move that's charge back forward plus punch. It'll give you charge down up plus punch, even though you didn't input that. And that happens a lot. The game is just not very good online, and everyone acknowledges that. But what it was, this was the only fighting game available around the launch window of the Switch. So everyone ran out and bought it because it was the only one available. And, you know, it ended up being a very big bestseller, even though it's a very bad, inferior version of the game that plays like crap online. It sold a ton. So there's your answer. Very detailed answer. Okay. Shout out to Popsicolo, who did a 50-bit cheer. He said, happy Girth Day, Phil. Treat yourself to a couple of gumballs with these bits. Then I got a troll cheer from someone who thinks I'm a complete idiot. I'm not reading it. Dummy. Wow. Shout out to Omega Supreme, who tipped me $50. $50. All right, hold on a second, guys. Before I read a shout out, I got to get him up on the leaderboards here, and we have to update the leaderboards. So, let's see here. My leaderboard, hold on, I screwed up. His name is Omega Supreme 96. What the hell? My capital letter is not working. There we go. Thank you very much, Omega Supreme. That is appreciated. And so now we're up to 82 in total tips. Very nice. And his message is as follows. Happy birthday, Phil. Thanks for all the years of content. Here's some support for the tax situation. Hope this helps. Let's get out of this situation, fellow truthful followers. Thank you very much, Omega Supreme. Oh, wow. And then Jack Spartacus also tipped me $15. Thank you very much, Jack Spartacus. So that means the tips total goes up again. Right? We're up to 97. Very nice. That is not 97 at all. That is also not 97. What is going on? Something's going on my keyboard. That is 97. Okay, jeez. What a pain in the butt. All right. Got it working now. So thank you guys again for your contributions. Very much appreciated. Metal Gear Rex cheered and said, happy birthday, Phil. This I can do. I hope it helps you. Do you think that games come with sweat? Whoa. Let's try this again. Happy birthday, Phil. This I can do. I hope it helps. Do you think that games come with swag is back? I have no idea what that means. Games come with swag is back. Do you mean like when you buy a game, you get stuff with it? Like, for example, you used to buy a game, and then you would open the box, and inside there would be a full color, detailed instruction booklet with lore about the game, controls, and then there'd be other inserts, right? Sometimes you get a bonus, like a patch or some kind of a collectible inside, a mini comic book, and then you get advertisements for the other games that company was making. If that's what you mean, I don't think those days are ever coming back. I think those days are far in the past, and we're never going to see them come back, sadly. I hate to say that, but I do. I think that we're now in the digital era. Publishers don't even want to make physical copies anymore because they know that a lot of people buy it digitally, and that's insanely cheap. There's no production cost whatsoever. No disc, no box, no distribution cost, right? At all. It's basically put it through Xbox Live or put it through PSN. There's a nice birthday sneeze. Holy shit. No, sadly, I think the days of that are done. You know, there was a time when I did release day unboxing. It was a series where every day there would be a new game. I would go to the store, pick up the new games, all right, come home, and before I would boot them up to play them and record them for YouTube, I would record an unboxing video. And then I would immediately post that to the internet. And no lie, my unboxing videos would get tens of thousands of views, some of them upwards of 50, 60,000 views or more, depending on the game. And if I got a collector's edition or whatever, people really enjoyed seeing that back in the day. What do you get when you buy a game? Now, I literally had to cancel the series because there was just nothing to show anymore. There was nothing whatsoever to show you guys in a box. It's empty. There's a game disc and nothing else. It's pathetic. So, how in 10 years how things have changed. It was the first 5 years that I did this, from 2008 to like 2013. At least you could get a game box with something decent in it, and then completely disappeared, right? But no, I think those days are over. YOLO Opportunity said, do you still visit the forums, and it's banned or censored by Twitch? I don't know what you're saying. You're probably mentioning some kind of negative detractor area. I never visited that to begin with, so I don't know what you're talking about. Stop talking about it. I'm telling you, I warn you right now. I'm not putting up with that crap today. People keep bringing that stuff up. You're going to find yourself not in the stream chat anymore, okay? Level Up Gamer cheer. And he says, what controller do you prefer when playing Street Fighter? I know the Switch and Xbox controllers are similar with a few differences. The triggers seem better on Xbox, but I like the buttons on the Switch. Do you like the PS4 controller, or do you say screw it and buy a joystick? Well, I grew up in the era of video arcades. All right, back in the day, you couldn't even get home versions of fighting games. All right, you couldn't. When you got them, they were inferior. Like, for example, Street Fighter 2 on the SNES. Okay, great, but it played nothing like the arcade version at all. It was very different. It was very hard to get arcade perfect ports of games, so you had to go to the arcade. So that was always joystick and buttons. You know, that's how I grew up learning and playing fighting games. You know, in particular Street Fighter. You know, then later on, as games started to become more console centric, I still continued to play on joystick. I always had a joystick for, you know, my Dreamcast, and then later on PS2, and then later on Xbox 360 and PS3. You know, I always played on stick. Now, however, in this modern era of games, what we've actually found, as silly and as stupid as this sounds, buying a joystick may give you a better control scheme, because maybe you could do, like, for example, if you're playing a grappling character, you could do a 360 motion quickly to get a spinning pile driver much easier on a joystick than, say, on a D-pad of a controller, or standard controller. However, it's been proven through testing that these joysticks, these third-party joysticks, have more input delay than the regular controller. So right now, for example, if I were playing a fighting game on my PS4, if I use my standard PS4 controller versus playing on a joystick, when I put an input on my joystick, it comes out later in the game than if I had just done the same thing on my controller. I know that sounds really dumb, but that's the situation right now. So personally, years ago, I believe it was actually the summer of 2015, I went to a local electronics store and they had PlayStation 4 joysticks for sale, and I bought one. I bought a Hori Real Arcade Pro 4 for the PS4 with the anticipation that Street Fighter 5 was coming out. Remember, the beta came out that summer, and then the full version came out in February 2016. Okay? Guess what? I was so disappointed. I was like, why is it that it seems like everything I do is delayed? And then I found out, playing with my pad, there's less delay. As stupid as that sounds. So, in the modern day, there's a trade-off. If you want the absolute best controls, you got to play on a stick. But if you want the least input delay, you got to play on a pad. So it's kind of like, what's the lesser of two evils? And honestly, I would probably have to say the pad. Even if you can't pull off the most complex moves every single time, most of these games in this day and age have become dumbed down. They've dramatically dumbed down the input execution to do special moves, to do combos. They've basically made all these games easy mode now, so the common person can practice for a few hours and immediately start playing at least a decent level. So that being said, the era of requiring joysticks, okay, really has come to an end. However, what I will say is this. Next month, we've got the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection coming out, right? I guarantee you, a lot of people are going to have issues, because that's a game. Those are games that are input delay, or input execution heavy. You need to be very good at the input of your moves to be good at those games. So I predict you're going to have all the pad warriors who've come out in the last 10 years since the era of Street Fighter 4. They're going to try to play these games. They can't understand why they can't get dragon punches. I can't understand why I can't always get my grapple move. And it's because you're good luck doing them with perfect execution on a gamepad, just quite frankly. So I do still own that Hori Real Arcade Pro 4, and I probably will attempt to use it with that 30th Anniversary Collection, and we'll see how it goes. All right. All right, shout out to BM Tell, who did a 50-bit cheers as new cheer badge hype. Happy birthday, Phil. Thank you very much, BM Tell. And thank you to King Swaggins, who did a 100-bit cheers as happy birthday, Philip. Here's to many, 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 many more birthday celebrations on stream. All right, guys, so I would like to say thank you to everyone who cheered, subbed, tipped so far today. A great pre-stream. Thank you very much for your contributions. As you can see, actually what I'm going to do, let me double check the sub count just to make sure we're still at 419, because it might have gone up or down. We're still at 419. So thank you. Remember, we're pushing for 450 subs today. Maybe we can make it today. That would be tremendous. If you cheer or tip, and you become the top cheerer or tipper, you're going to make it on the leaderboard here that's on the top of the screen. We've got a tips goal that I'm pushing for to help with my taxes. All right, a lot of stuff going on. Thank you guys very much so far for your contributions. Hope you enjoy the stream. 4+ hours of Ultra Street Fighter 2, and a reminder that later tonight will be PUBG, and then also I'll be having a piece of cake on stream. Maybe Kat will make an appearance. We'll see. Okay? All right. Thank you, guys. Let's end the pre-stream, and then let's begin with the birthday beatdowns in Ultra Street Fighter 2. Sound good? All right. Thanks, guys. Let's do this.